Consider supporting DanDanTheFireman on Patreon for just $1 a month. More information and link below.
Hey, what is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here, and I am at the Triple T. I'm just leaving right now, and I was wanting to do a video on truck drivers and motorcycles because, to be honest, it's super scary and super deadly when you're around a big old truck on a motorcycle. I mean, you get the whole, they block the wind, they create their own wind turbulence, and they're just really big and they sway a little bit. It's pretty scary when it comes to riding next to one, but I really wanted to get an expert opinion on it. I really wanted to get somebody that knows both sides. So I talked to WaywardRebelAce. He is a wonderful guy. He's a patron. He's a staff member. He's a moderator on the DDFM Discord. And he's been here a few times. I've been trying to meet him. I've been so busy, but now that I have all this free time, I was able to meet him today. So thank you for giving me some great tips. And this is basically what his pet peeves and stuff that you should really, truly pay attention to when you are riding next to a truck. And I'm going to be talking and trying to paraphrase everything he's told me. But this is good information for me to know because I already kind of knew it. I already knew, you have to see the mirrors and all that stuff. But I never really walked around a truck. I never walked around a truck. I never figured it out. I never saw up close. And I think that was really good to know. So we're going to go ahead and start with that. Let me go ahead and start my phone. First, I got to figure out how to get out of here. Let's go right. I'm just kidding. Let's go this way. Alright, so now we can start. So first off, and like I said, I'm going to be talking in his kind of paraphrasing, and make sure this is okay, it's a little bit loose. And one of the first things he mentioned was lane splitting between us at all is dangerous. And I'm saying it from his point of view, so between us. Or even between a truck, this is what he said, even between his truck and a car. Do not lane split with a truck. It's extremely dangerous, and the reason why he told me that, and this thing keeps going off, I don't know why it keeps going off, he told me that, the typical lane is 10 feet wide, okay, so 10 feet wide, that sounds pretty big, right? So especially when you have two small vehicles next to each other, it's pretty big, you got plenty of room, they're not taking up that much room, but a typical truck, the typical average truck, the width of that is about 8.5 feet, so 8 feet 6 inches wide. So that does not give you any room. So that means if he is in the center of his lane, super center of his lane, that means he has 1.5 feet between two sides. So what is that? That's 3/4 of a foot. So yeah, 3/4 of a foot on each side that he has in room, basically. And if you want a lane split, this bike is super wide compared to 3/4 of a foot. You're not going to have the room. So do not lane split between two semis, and do not lane split between a semi and another car. There is just no room. It's extremely dangerous. And his truck, he said, I think it's something along, you're going to correct me, I know you will. It's about 74 feet, 76 feet long. So, I mean, you're having to lane split that huge vehicle, and he's having to keep it straight for that long, and he can't pay attention to you that much, or she can't pay attention to you that much if there's a female truck driver. It's going to be extremely hard and very difficult, and it's extremely dangerous. So do not lane split. Just because it looks like you have the room, don't do it. Do not lane split. Cutting us off and brake checking. Obviously, you don't want to cut off anybody. You don't want to cut off a car and brake check, but definitely not a semi. You do not want to cut off a semi and brake check. I was able to sit in the vehicle, or the truck. I keep saying vehicles. Vehicle's easy to say. If I sat in the truck, I'm too short. I couldn't see over the thing. He's a lot taller than me. But he was walking around, and I was able to kind of see where some blind spots were in the front. And holy crap, there are some blind spots in the front. You really have to be way up there for me to be able to see you if you're going to be doing that. So do not brake check up front. You have to realize I think he's gonna mess me up. I'm trying to go off topic, off my head and everything. I want to say 80,000 pound load. Okay, Wayward, is that right? You said that sometimes you have an 80,000 pound load, and I don't know where I'm at right now. I'm just riding around. And imagine trying to stop that. Imagine trying to stop an 80,000 pound load when you're right in front. It's ridiculous. You cannot do it. Don't brake check a freaking semi. That's stupid. Another thing that he showed me, and he walked all the way to the back, and I was trying to walk in, and I know it's gonna be looking a little weird because I got video of it, but it's gonna look a little weird. Oh, I think I turned down the wrong way. Yeah, we're not doing this. We're going to the Air Force Base accidentally. All right. Oh man, I need to get used to riding around Tucson. So he was walking around and he walked all the way to the back, and it's 74 feet long, something like that, 70 something feet long, and he walked all the way back, and holy crap, it was hard to see him. And he had a bright, you know, high-vis yellow shirt, and I could barely see him. So if you're wearing all black like a normal typical Harley rider or something, wearing all black, super dark colors, black helmet, that's why I got a white helmet, so I can be visible. You're not gonna be seen, especially through the mirrors. It's hard enough to see it through the mirrors while it's just sitting there. When you're driving, there's gonna be vibrations with the mirrors, there's gonna be all this other stuff, he's gonna have to focus on a ton of other things, and it's really difficult. Do not, I mean, even if you could see the mirrors, I walked all the way back, I kept walking and walking and walking and walking and walking behind that trailer, and I still couldn't see the mirrors, and that is ridiculous. I didn't realize how far that really was. I did not realize how far that was, but just being able to stand there and witness and look at the trailer, look at the truck, and then get this information from him, it really does open your eyes to how dangerous it is around a semi, and you really got to treat it like what it is. It's a huge vehicle that will kill you if you're not paying attention. So this one right here, oh, I'm getting these stupid bumps. He said, don't ride if we have to second guess if we can make it over. Now, what he meant by that, and what I got from that, is that if he's going to switch lanes, like if he has to merge, you know, go around traffic, and he has to, you know, like turn left or turn right, whatever, merge onto the freeway, whatnot. What he was saying when it came to that is that yes, his trailer, everything is like 70 plus feet long. I'm just gonna keep saying 70 plus feet long, and it's very difficult to gauge that. Like for me, I was like watching, I was like, man, I don't know this vehicle, I don't know the length of this vehicle, and like I would probably sideswipe so many people if they did that. And so what he's saying is, don't make them second guess. Do not, like, give them the room. Do not be to the side of them. Do not be up front in their blind spots, like right next to their cab. That is a dangerous spot. Get out of there. Once, as a motorcyclist, when we're gonna pass a truck, just do it. Just pass the truck, get way ahead. Don't be messing around behind them, to the side of them, next to the cab, because they won't be able to see you. They won't be able to see you. He can't, I couldn't see on the passenger side right next to the cab at all, even with the mirrors. Maybe that's just me, but maybe he has, that's his profession, so he does it a lot better. But don't make them second guess, because if you do, man, you are going to get hit. And the last tip, the one that really is the end all be all, the one that you really need to pay attention to, is to keep a safe space from us. So keep a safe space from the trucks, and that's all around. And I think there's this picture I know on the internet where it has like a bunch of bikes, you know, around a truck, and it says like, you know, these are all blind to the trucker. That is extremely true. He walked around the truck, and I was sitting in the driver's seat, and holy shit, I could not see like a lot of him. He's tall, he's a big guy, and like I thought that he was far away, but he really wasn't, because he was still blocked by a lot of the engine cab. He was blocked by the trailer. I couldn't see anything. So it's insane how much space you really have to give a truck. Like I said, or like he said, the lane is a typical 10 feet wide, and the truck is average 8.5 feet. That's, bike just sounds really good right now. So that's just really important for you to understand that you need to have enough space. Now, if you really want to see what it looks like from a trucker's perspective, I will have a link in the description to his YouTube channel. He does some dash cam stuff, and he does do a little bit of vlogging when it comes to driving a truck, and that way you can actually see what he sees. And it's all from the dash cam, so it's not like super wide angle like this was, but you'll definitely see what he sees, and you can see the annoyances and everything. So I definitely recommend, just so you can kind of get an idea of what I saw in the truck. You still can't get the perfect idea unless you sit in it. And trust me, it's a lot bigger than a fire truck. A fire truck is like a car compared to these semis, and it's just crazy. So yeah, definitely give his channel a look, just so you can see what he sees. And then if you like this kind of stuff, it definitely helps when you subscribe, like, or comment on all these things. I love to hear your comments. I try once You know, these go out at 2 p.m. I try to at least be on until 3 p.m. answering comments the best I can if I'm not busy. And I try to answer as many as I can the first hour, just because that's when you guys are throwing out the comments and stuff. But I really appreciate you guys. If you want to check out and you want to see WaywardRebelAce, like I said, link in the description to his YouTube. But we also have that Discord. He is a mod there. He is a staff member. And if you have any questions about truck drivers and, you know, how to be safe around them, go ahead, join the Discord, shoot him a message, or, you know, ask in the DDFM hangout. We'll answer as many questions as we can. It's the best place to do it. But I'm super excited about meeting you guys, meeting new people that have different professions, different expertise on these things that will definitely help others and save lives when it comes to riding motorcycles on the freeway, on the interstate, on the roads, anywhere, or just being, you know, safe overall. That's what I want. I want everyone to be safe. And thank you so much. I keep using your screen name. I don't know if you want me to use your your real name, but thank you, WaywardRebelAce. I appreciate it. Hope everything goes well for you, and it was nice meeting you. But with that said, I hope you guys ride safe, be safe, keep those truck drivers in your thoughts, do not ride next to them, and I'll see you guys later.